Hello and welcome to Homes for Lambeth's YouTube channel. My name is Claire and this is your slow flow practice. Please know that Homes for Lambeth are providing you with these weekly sessions as part of their work to support mental health and well-being during this time. Know that as far as I'm concerned, please only do what feels comfortable and what feels nice. Make sure you double check with the doctor that you are allowed to do yoga. But this practice is very gentle and I will give you lots of modifications. Yeah. So with all of that said, it's hot. Yeah, at the moment we're definitely experiencing a heat wave. So please make sure you've got a glass of water. And if you have a yoga strap, then great, go grab one. If you don't have a yoga strap, just a belt, from trousers, that works just as well. Maybe grab yourself a belt. And if you don't have a belt and you don't have a yoga strap, you could just get a towel that you could roll up and just kind of, so it supports you and gives you a form of a loop. That's what you're trying to create, a form of a loop. And that will come in a moment. But for now, come to make your way onto the back. So come all the way down. Let's take a moment just to settle. And so bring the soles of the feet together, turn your palms up, close down the eyes and take a deep breath in. Let it out of the mouth. You made it onto your mat. Take a deep breath in. And again, just release that. Third and final time, deepest breath in through the nostrils. Let it go. To then close down the mouth and just come to breathe in and out through the nostrils only. And if this position isn't comfortable with soles of the feet together and knees apart, you're very welcome instead just to bring soles of the feet to the floor. But have your palms up, just roll those shoulders back. And at the beginning of class, it's really important that we take this moment to come and land. And what we mean by that is just that opportunity to feel grounded. And, the way that we describe it in yoga, to come and land, it's very much, that feeling of if you've been, say, on a boat for a while, and you feel very unbalanced through your feet. But when you come to land, literally the boat pulls in and you come into land, you feel that sensation of dropping into the earth, of feeling really grounded. And so that's what we mean when we say that we take this practice to land, to come to land, to get a connection of yourself very stable and steady into the floor. Letting go of anything that's going on for you today. If you're feeling physically disconnected, if you're feeling mentally or emotionally fraught, this is where we get to go, it's all going to be okay. This is your time to dedicate to you. And so just observe the breath. Maybe as you start to notice it, the breath responds by perhaps slowing down just a little. And there should be hopefully something quite comforting about just being still, getting a bit of energy back for yourself before we start to move. And know that in today's class, we're gonna touch on the poses that we did in Slow Flow 1. But we're gonna speed things up a little bit and be a little bit more flowy today, now that you'll have had a chance to practice some of the moves. For now, take another 5 deep rounds of breath, just settling in. Notice how the belly and the ribs move on your inhale and exhale. Couple more breaths. And then softly open your eyes. Let's begin to move. So draw your right knee into the chest. Extend your left leg long. Even here, in this very simple move, you may be able to feel a stretch down the front of the left hip flexor, and maybe a little bit into the front of the right thigh. So draw it in as much as you can. If you feel that your head looks like this and you're leading through the jaw, see if you can lengthen through the back of the neck. And if you can't, just pop a towel or a blanket underneath your head to give you a bit of support. Take a deep breath in, and then guide that right knee over to the left. Scoot your hips back in space, and then extend out through the right arm. Nice spinal twist, just rinsing out through the spine. And these spinal twists always feel good in the body. They definitely feel stiff in the body, but it always feels very nice just to release them. So hopefully you feel that too. And just soften down through the right shoulder. You might feel that the right shoulder lifts up a little bit from the floor. See if you can roll back and just connect that shoulder to the floor. And it doesn't matter if the knee doesn't touch the ground. Let's come back to center. This is where you're going to need that loop and towel, strap, belt, anything at all. Bend your left leg and pop the loop over the right foot and extend that leg up to the sky. And so opening out all the way down the back of the leg. Yep, hamstring stretch, you should feel this. And my guidance to keep this manageable is to keep the left leg bent with the sole of the foot to the floor. So extend that leg and flexing the foot. That just intensifies the stretch. And it's such a nice thing to do, these hamstring stretches. Again, anytime, morning, evening, it's such a nice release for the back of the leg. And you might find it's really tight. And you might find that the leg doesn't come as far up as my leg is doing. It could be even further, yet you could have more flexibility than me and the toes are over the head. Or your stretch might look here, okay? And that's all fine. Just take the support of that leg with your hands and shoulders. So it's okay if it's here. If it's really tight, you could softly bend the knee. That'll just help make it a little bit easier. So just breathe here, and again, another time, be here for as long as you want to. You could be here for a good 5 minutes. But for now, for this class, we will remove the strap, pop it to one side, cross the right ankle, across the top of the left leg, and either pause here if that feels enough of a stretch for you. Otherwise, pick up the left foot, maybe cup ankle and foot. Or if you have much more openness, you might be able to interlace behind the left thigh, but that's pretty strong for most people. So just maybe cradle ankle and foot and just breathe into that outer right hip. That's where you should feel it. Outer right hip, outer right bottom. Keep breathing nice and fully. Keep relaxing through the breath, through the body. And so we're just warming up here. We always start a little slower just to warm up through the body. Couple more breaths. And again, this is another good one to do in your own time. And then let's release that and do that sequence to the other side. So we started, hug left knee into the chest, extend the right leg long. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then let's guide the right knee over to the left. I scoot my bottom to the left, then drop the knee. I keep my right hand connected to the leg to keep it in place. And then extend the left arm. In comes the twist, second side. And keep the gaze really soft. so that in the long holds, in the slower sections of your class, you're not, looking at things and processing in the mind. Just keep the gaze really soft. You could even close your eyes for all of these long holds and just drop in and experience the joy of the stretch. Let's come back to center. Bend the right foot. Get your strap. Take it over the left foot this time. Now it's just roughly in the arch is where I've got the strap. And then up the leg goes, experiencing how this side feels. Maybe it's your tighter leg. Maybe it's much more open. But softening perhaps around the back of the knee to make it a little easier. Otherwise, you can just keep pushing up the heel towards the sky, lengthening through the back of the leg. Breath moves in and out. The rib cage rises and falls. Take a few more breaths. To release through that foot, once again, you can get rid of the strap. This time we won't need the strap again, so just pop it off to one side. And then cross left ankle on top of the right thigh, again staying here with right foot connected to the floor, or lifting up and just intensify that stretch by bringing this leg closer into your torso. And just melt through the shoulders. You might feel the shoulders want to creep up to the ears. Just try and release them if you can. One more inhale and exhale. And then release that. Just hug your knees into chest. Just gently rock up. Come to transition for me onto all fours. We move into cat-cow. So we did this last week, this opening and closing through the spine. Hands underneath the shoulders. Take an inhale, lift the face, lift the tail. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, open. You should really feel this into the mid-spine. Okay, this midsection of the spine. Inhale, we open. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest and get a nice domed spine. Again, inhale, we arch into the spine. Exhale, we pull up through the belly and round the spine. So you're going into one move into the other. And you can see how you're really trying to exaggerate this movement. And the bigger you make this movement, the more likely you are to feel the opening. Let's take one more inhale and exhale. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. To come to make your way all the way to the back of the mat and stretch yourself out into an extended child pose. Sit bones to heels, fingertips reach forwards. Let's start to move into our warm-up flow through the spine. Again, moving on just as we did last week. So inhale, round the spine into cat. You just touched this pose. Exhale, lift the head and sink the hips down first, then the chest, and then the chin. Hands underneath shoulders. Inhale, cobra, no need to come high. Exhale, extended child, back to where you started. Let's do that a couple more times to get it into the body. Inhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Exhale, lift the head as you sink the hips, the chest, and the chin to the floor. Inhale, lift up, cobra. And exhale, extended child pose. Again, inhale, round the spine. We get that delicious stretch in the spine. Exhale, snake the hips down. Inhale, cobra, it's your small back bend. And exhale, extended child. One more, and then we build on from that. Inhale, round the spine. Exhale, hips, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, bottom to heels. From here, round the spine as you roll up onto the shins. Take your hands behind the back. Fingertips point to the sky. Yeah, as opposed to hands down, fingertips up. Lift up through the chest. Just has to be a tiny little lift. Think lift through your heart space. And then come back to what you know, melting heart pose. Let's build that on. It's called Camel. Inhale, round the spine, cat. Exhale, snake the hips to the floor. Inhale into cobra, back bend. Exhale, extended child pose. Here comes that roll up into camel. Roll the spine, take the hands behind the back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, extended child pose. One more time, my friends. Round the spine, inhale. Sink the hips, exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, extended child. Roll all the way up. Inhale, lift. And this time connect your hands to the mat. Lift up through your seat and come to make your way into your lovely downward facing dog and just pedal out through those feet. One and the other. Little pedal. Feel the stretch through the hamstrings. And then bring the feet hip distance apart and just soften and connect into your downward facing dog. So heels reach back. Deep breath in and out. Few more breaths. Inhale, let's ripple through into plank. Bring the arms over the wrists and then just exhale, take it back. Again, inhale, ripple through. Exhale, bottom back. Final time, inhale, ripple through. Exhale, take your bottom back. To walk your hands all the way back to the feet. And release and relax into your forward fold. Just shake it out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Again, inhaling. And exhaling. And this time bring a soft bend into the knees and walk yourself back to plank. Yeah, and then once again, send those hips nice and high. Deep breath in and deep breath out. From here, step your right foot forwards in between the hands. Help it get there if it doesn't make it, and bring that knee to the earth. Good, rise up the arms. Inhale, take them down, exhale. Again, inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. This time, pull back the hips and come into that hamstring stretch. You should feel this through the back of the leg. Again, you're very welcome to have hands on a couple of blocks or a couple of books just to bring the floor up to you if you need to. Inhaling. Exhale. And of course, you can bend that front knee if it feels a bit too much. And sometimes it can feel really stiff. Take a few more breaths. To pop forwards, can you tuck the back toe and lift up that knee? Press strongly through the feet as you rise up into your high lunge. So you're on the ball of that back foot. And just make sure you're not too long. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Extend through the arms. Well done, guys. To take an inhale, connect the hands back to the floor and just step that right leg back to downward facing dog. Let it go. Let's take a traditional vinyasa. Inhale, come into plank and just drop the knees to the earth. This time, instead of bringing the hips forward first, keep the bottom into the sky and lower the chest to the floor. And if that feels way too hard, come back to the first option that we took. Inhale, cobra, and exhale, take it straight back to downward facing dog. Let's move that sequence through to the second side. Step the left foot in between the hands. Remember, it might just get here. Pick it up at the ankle, step it forwards, and then connect the knee to the floor. We take the inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, push down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, pull your hip back. Toes lift up to the sky. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Again, inhaling. Exhaling again, noticing how does this leg feel? Different, easier, harder? To push forwards, you tuck the back toe to lift up the back knee, press strongly through the feet to rise up into high lunge. And it is wobbly, so it's okay if you wobble. Just take your time to come up. Stretch the arms up, get really spread through the fingers. It'll really help you to energize through the arms. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good, one more time, take an inhale. Step the hands to the floor. Here we go, step back, downward facing dog. Well done, guys. And just remember that downward facing dog. Feet are hip distance, hands are shoulder distance. And you're trying to push really strongly into the earth with the hands. And the reason we're doing that is that helps us to send the bottom back in space. And remember, you can bend the knees a little bit if that helps you to get a longer spine. Let's take that vinyasa again. Inhale, pulling through the belly as you come into plank, just for a moment, then bring those knees down. Again, remember your easy option, my friends, is just to bring the hips down first. Inhale into cobra. Tuck the toes, lift up through the belly. There's your downward facing. Let's walk the hands all the way back to the feet. Walk, walk, walk. So you completely flop over the legs and let it go. Just hold the elbows. Feel that gorgeous stretch all the way down the back body. Often just makes you want to give a great big exhale and let it go. There's something incredibly releasing in this pose, this forward fold. It feels like just everything lets go, everything drops out. As if you could take all of your worries and tensions out of the crown of the head. Nice deep breaths. And then release the arms, put a soft bend in the knees and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Take your time. Roll the shoulders back. Well done. Let's move to the front of the mat. So you've had a real nice portion of time just warming up. So let's come into the flows that we did last week, the classical Sun Salutations, a little bit quicker than last week. So bring the feet together, stand nice and tall, bring your hands together at the heart center. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out to land. Here we go, let's start to sync breath with movement. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky, lift your chest. And exhale, dive over your legs. Doesn't matter if you touch the floor or if you just touch the shin. Step the right foot to the back of your mat and bring that knee down. Here we go, take an inhale. Sweep the arms up to the sky, we've been here before. And then connect the hands either side of the foot and come straight into your transition, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, shift forwards into plank. Take an exhale, lower, knees, chest, chin, or knees, hips, chin. Yeah. Any old way to come to the floor. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, take yourself downward facing dog. Deep breath in. When you get there, exhale. Take your time to find this. And remember, guys, I'm setting a pace, but you're very welcome to go slower or quicker than me. Here we go. Let's step the right foot forwards. So give it a helping hand. It'll come potentially halfway. Step it through. Bring the knee down. It's always that step forwards that's a little tricky. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Pick up that back knee. Step foot to meet foot. And release and forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep and rise up. Exhale, connect the hands to the heart. So that's one round down on the right leg. And don't worry if you're breathing quicker than me, that's okay. Here we go, second side. Deep breath, inhale, lift. Exhale, dive over your legs, let it go. Again, doesn't matter if you don't touch the floor. Step the left leg to the back of the mat and bring your knee down. Inhale, we circle the arms to the sky. We place the hands to the floor, pick up the back knee, and exhale, transition to downward facing dog. Here we go. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Try and take that movement slowly and with control. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, bottom lift, feet hip distance apart. Reconnect your downward facing dog. And take an inhale and exhale to settle yourself. And then you're going to step the left foot forward. I'm going to give you another version of how to step the left foot forward. So you could come down to the knees and then pop it forwards. Yeah, so you've got a couple of options there as to which one works for you. Deep breath in, lift up. Touch your hands to the floor, step forwards, right foot meets left foot, let it go. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Then the knees, inhale, reach up, lift up. And exhale, connect the hands to the hearts. Let's do that flow again. Deep breath in, lift. You know what you're doing now. Rise up. Exhale, dive over the legs. Step your right foot back. Bring the knee to the earth. Inhale. Lift up. Again, don't worry if you're breathing extra breaths. Exhale, downward facing. Take an inhale, ripple through to plank. And take an exhale, lower yourself to the floor. Take an inhale, grow long through the legs as the heart reaches forwards. Push back, downward facing dog. We'll take that extra couple of breaths just to help you get here. Help you to settle into this pose that feels a little bit like home base. It's kind of a rest. It's an active rest. Here we go. Let's step the right foot forwards. Anyway, come down onto the knee and do that if you need to. Right foot forwards. Whenever your next inhale is, lift the arms. Good. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step forwards, let it go. Inhale, sweep and rise up. Exhale, connect hands to the heart. Let's do that one more time onto the left leg this time. Inhale, sweep and lift. Exhale, let it go. Step the left foot back, bring the knee down. Really full breaths, my friends. Inhale, lift. Lift up through the back knee. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, ripple like a wave into plank. And exhale, slowly lower yourself down. You're building strength in your arms in that movement. Inhale, feet grow back as heart comes forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. And an exhale, let it go. Step your left foot in between the hands. Gently place your knee to the floor. We circle the arms. It's your inhale. Hands to the floor. Pick up the back knee. Step forwards. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, connect the hands to the heart. Pause. Yeah, have a rest. Feet hip distance. Close your eyes. Bring your palms to face the sky. And just feel that heat and the energy that you've created travel through your body. Yeah, I can definitely feel the heat. Breath might be racing. And slow it down. Take another breath in and out. To softly open the eyes. Well done. So last week, I'm going to remind you of a couple of poses and then we're going to bring it into a flow. I want you to step the left foot back. And it's quite a way. And if you remember, it was front heel in line with the back arch. Lunge into your right leg and just make sure your knee isn't rolling in. It's rolling right, tracking forwards right over that second toe. This is your warrior two. So we played with this last week. Take an inhale and exhale here. You're going to feel that stretch through the front of the thighs. Shoulders are nice and soft. And then we brought the forearm to the thigh. We kept the legs the same as we reached over the top here into side angle pose. If this doesn't feel nice for the shoulders, that hand to the waist feels much better. Gives you a bit more space around the neck. So your choice, hand to the waist or arm overhead. Let's introduce a new pose from here. Come up, this time straighten that front leg. And then slide your right hand just past the shin. And rolling back, my top shoulder is stacked on top of my bottom shoulder. And maybe extend the arm. A triangle pose. It's all the angles here. Again, if it feels too tight for this top shoulder to be extended, hand to the waist is a really nice place to be. Pull in a little bit through that lower belly to support you and tuck your pubic bone underneath you. Take another inhale and exhale. Let's lift up. Let's revisit the other pose we did last week, which is to turn now that front foot in and parallel a foot. Lengthen your heart forwards and release wide-legged forward fold. Deep breath in and out. Just let it go. And so any pose where we fold forwards is really restorative and cooling in its nature. You could reach the hands forwards as if you're in downward facing dog and get a nice long stretch through the spine. To walk the hands back. Pull in your belly just to help you come all the way up, flat back. And let's do that to the other side. So turn your foot the other way. So now I've got the right leg that's stepped back. Open out through the arms, lunge into that front knee. Here you are, warrior two, second side. It's a very strong pose in its intention. Arms reach out. Deep breath in and out. Keep that breath coming. It's the thing that fuels our poses. It's the thing that keeps our attention focusing inwards. Let's turn it to side angle. We lay the forearm to the thigh and reach the right arm up and over the top here. You can then feel that length all the way down this top part of your body. Let's lift up, straighten the front leg for a moment, and then re-slide down the leg. Left hand just above knee, just below knee, sorry, and extend into this almost star-like shape and bursting out of the arms, bursting out of the legs. Crown of the head goes one way, tailbone out the other way. To lift up, parallel your foot in, and once again, fold over, let it go. Wide-legged forward fold. And then this time, if you took the arms forwards, then have a go at maybe taking the arms back. And of course, if you're nowhere near touching the floor, it's okay. You could have hands onto the shins. That's absolutely fine. Or maybe onto a stack of books. So just be where your body is at. Just let it go. Relax through the neck, my friends, no matter where you are in your pose. And then from here, this time, just walk all the way towards your front foot. Let's transition to downward facing dog. And just take your time. Hands shoulder distance, feet hip distance. Come to relax for a couple of breaths. We're going to bring all of that into a nice flow. So let's add on one more little thing. Bring your feet now together at the back of the mat. And can you switch the right leg up? Doesn't have to go high. It might just be a few inches up. You should feel that as a stretch down the back of the left calf. And then step that right foot in between the hands. Spin and flatten onto the sole of your foot, setting up front heel to back arch. Windmill the arms. You've come straight from downward facing dog to warrior two. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Forearm to the thigh, up and over, side angle, deep breath in. Deep breath out. You got it. Straighten the front leg. So here we are, revisiting all those poses now in a flow. Triangle pose. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We lift up, pivot, the front foot parallel, forward fold, wide-legged forward bend. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Take one more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Lift up halfway, gives you a bit of space to turn all the way over your front foot. So I've had to pivot on my feet to get there. Let it go downward facing dog. Let's sneak in a little vinyasa. Here we go. Inhale, we come into our plank. Exhale, gently lower to the floor. Inhale into a small back bend, it's cobra. And exhale, take your time, downward facing dog. Well done, guys. Inhale. Let it go. Second side, bring your feet together at the back of the mat. Sweep your left leg to the spine. Now we get stretched down the back of the right leg. Step the left foot through in between the hands, help it get there. Spin and flatten onto the sole of your right foot. Front heel cuts across back arch. Windmill up, find warrior two. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale, fall onto the thigh, right arm up and over the top ear or hand to the waist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg. We lift up for a moment and then slide left hand down to the shin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lift up, pivot your front foot parallel to the back edge and release wide-legged forward fold. There it is again. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhaling. And exhaling, lift up onto fingertips. Turn over your front foot. Step back, downward facing dog. And then come to bring your knees down. And rest in child pose. Forehead to the floor. Let it go. This is your first rest. You just stay there and breathe. If it makes you feel dizzy at all, of course you can lift the upper body up like these, sit up tall. Otherwise just rest, forehead to the floor. Let all of that hard work settle. It's quite a quick paced class today through the warriors, so just let your body know that the hard work is done. Take a few more breaths resting. And then come to sit up. Well done, guys. Come to make your way onto your seat. It's always something very rewarding when you know the hard work's done. So come and take a cross-legged pose. Right leg in front of left. Take a deep breath in. Just melt forwards. A little, a lot, again, it really doesn't matter. We have these images in our head as to, how a pose in yoga should look like, and we're working with our own body, and so it doesn't matter if your pose isn't this perfect pose, or if you're not massively flexible. It really doesn't matter. It's not about being flexible in yoga. It's just about spending a bit of time with your body, trying to be more flexible, trying to find more space in the body, trying to release tensions from the body. Nothing has to be perfect. It's all practice. So just, have a great sense of gratitude to your body, the way your body is in this moment in time. And lift up. Let's switch across so that the other leg is in front now. Take a deep breath in and melt forwards. Let it go. And if you feel the body fighting the stretch, just try and send the breath to that place, and it just means that you're then trying to encourage the body to settle. And then lift up. Well done. And here, extend your right leg out, bring the sole of your left foot into the thigh, and just reach forwards into the single legged stretch. This Jammu Shavasana is what it's called in Sanskrit. Okay. I don't necessarily need to know that. And just hold. Again, doesn't matter if you can touch the foot, maybe you're just here. As long as you're getting some sensation, some stretch. And then from here, really nice little back bend. Hope you enjoy it. Keep the legs just as they are. And take the left hand behind you, and the fingertips point away now. See, nothing changes with the legs other than I lift my hips from the floor. I'm now supporting myself on that bottom shin. Great big reach. And then that's it. Come all the way down. Well done. Switch legs. Left leg in front. Right sole of the foot into the inner left thigh. Take a deep breath in. And again, reach forwards. So you lift up. Let's take that back bend again. Take the right hand behind you this time. Fingertips point away from your seat. Lift up. So you're on that right shin. Chest lifts. Just there for a moment. Open the chest up. And release. Well done. Come to make your way onto your back. Hug those knees in. Little rock from side to side. And then let's come to take your spine twist, just as we did at the beginning, this time with both knees. So scoot your bottom over to the left, drop your knees over to the right, and then open out through that left arm. And start to perhaps close down the eyes if that feels comfortable for you. If not, then keep them very softly open. So you switch change, bottom to the right, knees in and to the left, right arm opens. To come back to center. Come to find your rest pose, Shavasana. Take up lots of space, legs apart, arms apart with your palms up. Take a great big breath in. Completely let it go. And rest. And just notice as you lie in complete relaxation how the body feels at the end of your practice. Tired, alive, heavy, light, stretched, anything at all, but notice that shift that you created. Try with every breath to let all tensions, any tension that's left in the body, try to just let that go. And know that you can be in this pose for as long as you wish. But in the interests of closing down our practice together, I will guide you out of it. So if you're moving out of it with me, then just take the arms overhead and take a full body stretch. And draw the knees in. Slowly roll yourself over to one side and come to sit into any comfortable seat. You could be cross-legged, you could be kneeling. Again, it doesn't matter, just find something. Sit up nice and tall, close down the eyes and take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, just holding on to the magic that you created with your practice just for a moment longer. Again, a nice deep breath in and out. Softly open the eyes. Take an inhale, lift the arms. Take an exhale, draw the hands down to the heart space. Bow the head to the heart. In gratitude of your practice, and thank you so much for being here with me today. Namaste. That reminder again, these are being provided to you by Homes for Lambeth. Do check out their website if you need more information. Otherwise, thank you so much for practicing with me. Hope you enjoyed. Give the video a little thumbs up or a little comment if you enjoyed it. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.